Al, there are no more school idols allowed here.
Mm-mm.
Never. They're
Nope.
banned for life. Except
Yeah.
until halfway through the episode when they are unbanned.
Yeah, when an adult actually intervenes, is like, no, no,
This isn't how we do things here.
no, no. Let's get rid of this conflict ish.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Al Watch Love Live Superstar. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing season 1, episode number 2, entitled No School Idols Allowed?
This episode, just Cuckoo was a mood the whole dang time.
Cuckoo was a mood and a meme machine. Like, they went full on and just being like, let's make all the goofy faces we can and get it out of our system.
I was about it, honestly. Like,
pretty
the whole
good.
time we were watching this episode, I was like, I am Cuckoo and Cuckoo is me.
Whoa.
Because, like, so much of that was just like, oh, yeah, sorry. Chaos is happening on the other side of the room.
The kiddies are very excited about this second episode because we had to wait a half hour for it to go up.
We did. Oh no. My TV went out, so now it's completely dark in here. I gotta fix this.
Chaos is happening. Chaos. Anyways, let's talk about this episode. We begin. Kanan is very happy, and her mom and sister are just like, what is going on here? She starts off by like singing a song about food. And everyone's just like, they're like, huh? And then she's like, hey, going to school, yay! And they're like, what is going on? What is happening? So she goes to school and is all happy and then gets real bummed when Cuckoo's like, hey, things aren't good.
Yeah.
Because they still cannot form the club because Ren is just like, nah, I don't want school idols here. Shut up.
No.
Stop doing that. So they basically hound her again, and she's basically like, no, school idols suck. If you want to make a club here, we have to do things as like the best as the best. We have to be superior to everyone else, and you're not going to be able to do that. So stop talking to me. And then essentially they kind of go back to Kanan's place, and Cuckoo's like, we're going to quit the school. We're transferring.
Yep, we're here. Here's her quitting notice. Make sure you sign this. Kanan's like, what?
Her mom's like, what? Quitting?
For 2 days?
Which is weird because I'm pretty sure the first episode showed more than 1 day had passed.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So that was a little weird.
Yeah.
Either way, Kanan basically has to talk Cuckoo out of quitting school.
Should
like,
talk her off that ledge.
It's like, all right, we'll figure out something else. Don't worry, we'll do something. So Cuckoo leaves. Chisato shows up and is rapping her on her way in, and then talks to the owl, and the owl's like, you're very suspect. I don't know about this.
Yep.
Kanan's like, hey, did you find any weaknesses for Ren? And she's like, her weakness, her weakness, her weakness, her weakness, her weakness, her weakness. And she has none. Yo.
She has none. No weakness. Yo.
And poor Kanan's just like, ugh.
I tried.
I tried. Back to square one.
No.
Cuckoo comes up with a new plan of just being carted into the school by Kanan as she's yelling through a megaphone, telling everyone to sign a petition that they should be able to form clubs in whatever way they please.
Yep.
And
the cart was amazing. I don't
Kanan
know how they built that.
Yeah, Kanan the whole time is just embarrassed, and then Chisato runs out and is like, the director, and they're like, huh? So then we get basically rushed off to, I guess it's the director's office.
Looks like it.
Big
Desks. Usually director.
Yeah, Kanan, Cuckoo, and Ren are all there, and the director's like, so you guys are doing this petition thing? And they're like, yeah, we want to be able to do our own club. And they're like, and the director's like, okay. You want to be school idols? Okay. Ren, why did you tell them that you can't be school idols? Ren's like, well, the school, we got to be good and everything. And the director's like, I don't care. You can't do that. You can't tell people you can't make clubs. What are you doing?
I see what's happening here, but no.
That's not how we do things here. And then Kanan and Cuckoo are like, yay! But they're like, oh, hey, by the way, we have a,
There's a stipulation
a
here.
stipulation that thank you. You have to go win first place at this local idol festival. And that becomes a new goal, which something I wanted to mention last week that I forgot to, and it kind of falls in line with this episode as well, is that unlike what they did with Sunshine, where they made a direct connection to the previous series, there hasn't been any of that in this series so far. And also, like, they have not mentioned Love Live at all.
Correct.
The only thing we know is that, like, school idols exist. They're still a booming, prosperous idea in schools across the country. And this is kind of taking more of a line that, like, Niji Kisaki was taking, where, like, you're going to go compete in these, like, little smaller festivals and, like, local competitions rather than, like, the big shows and, like, Love Live official competitions.
Yeah.
So I'm sure at some point we will get to Love Live because this show is called Love Live.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they're not trying to rely on, like, oh, here these girls are and they love Aqua and Muse and everything like that. Like, they're very much focused on, like, we're going to create our own identities here and not really force a direct connection to these previous series like we have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about that, but you are correct. That is the situation that is so far the case.
True. So yeah, we have our new goal. They have to come up with the song and everything, and they're like, well, we got that covered. But they go to Chisato and are like, hey, can you teach us how to dance? Because, oh god, neither of us know choreography or anything like that. And Chisato's like, yeah, cool, I can do that. But also, like, yeah, I'm gonna be real rough on you guys.
Yep.
Which basically turns into Kanan's, like, kind of in shape, and Cuckoo's like, oh god, I'm really bad at sports, guys. I don't have stamina. Oh
Flop.
no. Flop.
Flop.
So the rest of this episode is basically them doing a bunch of, like, training montages and Cuckoo just, like, struggling the whole time.
Mood.
Kanan's like, I'm getting the hang of this. And Cuckoo's like, oh god. Oh, please. Air and lungs.
Flop.
She also shows off, hey, I've written some lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And Kanan's like, cool, I'll make a song, which is it's an inverse of what we usually have in terms of the structure of these Love Live groups, where it's like, the leader is the lyricist and then someone else is the composer.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it is the leader is now the composer and we have someone else being the lyricist.
Yep.
Which is another interesting little change in the formula here. So yeah, basically Kanan takes Cuckoo's notes. She goes through them. She goes and sees her dad, who is apparently a Chinese translator, and we get to see, like, his upper body, but not his head, because it's a Love Live, so you do not see a dude's head at all.
No dude heads allowed.
No dude head allowed. And then she goes basically through the lyrics, I guess, just to, help translate them out of Chinese, because, like, some of them are in Chinese, as Cuckoo mentioned, and to help her figure out a way to compose a song and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we continue on just getting, more and more training montages that they're able to, like, up their stamina and everything. They're starting to get better at dancing and all that sort of stuff. The traditional, like, oh, hey, we're getting better at things. Yay.
Yay.
We do see one point where, like, they are getting better and everything. And just thought, I was like, hey, what if we do another set? And they're like, ugh. But then, like, I guess, like, the choir club starts singing and Kanan gets, like, frustrated at it and just like, let's go run.
We're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're not giving up.
And then basically she just storms into her room and, like, pulls an all-nighter to compose this song all the way.
I didn't recognize it was her the first time that they showed her with her hair up and the glasses on and everything. I was like, who is that? And then I'm like, oh, right. That's who you are.
That's who she is.
That's who you are.
So she's able to do that. She almost pulls a Yui and falls asleep with her guitar.
Yep.
But she completes the song. She busts open her windows like, I did it! Oh god, it's cold. Ooh,
it's cold.
And then she sees Cuckoo running past and is like, oh, let's go run with her. Yay!
Yay, she's running. She's doing the thing.
Hey, I completed the song. Yay!
Yay!
And then Cuckoo's like, okay, sing it to me. And Kanan's like, I don't know about that. Cuckoo's like, you can do it! She's like Rob Schneider in a Adam Sandler movie.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What a reference.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of whenever I hear those words. So
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong at
it's
all.
true. But yeah, she's like, "Go, you could sing it. I believe in you." And then we cut to credits.
Yep. She opens her mouth. That is the end.
We do get the opening and ending themes this episode.
We do. We had some Houndstooth.
Houndstooth in the opening. The opening theme, "Start True Dreams," which of course, it's a Love Live show, so we have to have a song with "Start!" exclamation point in it. And then the ending theme of "Mirai wa Kaze no Yo ni." There's also a bonus insert song that we did not get, but that's just going to be the way it is every episode.
Right.
I like these opening and endings. They seem all right. They seem like Love Live opening and ending, so that's just how they are. There was also a scene that we did not mention, but it was a very brief scene where Sumire was out running around
Eating
a crepe and having like cream on her nose and just being weird. And then seeing like an advertisement for another idol group, and I'm guessing most, like 75% sure it probably will be a rival group at some point because they name drop them.
Yep.
I also don't remember what their name was because they say it once and I'm like, in one ear out the other. I remember like it ends in P-A-S. I just don't remember what the first word. I want to say like summer.
They showed the pictures of them like
they've shown them
times,
they showed them in the first episode as well. And then there was like also a scene I think where someone had like a revolving photograph album of idols, and there was like them and then two other groups. I think it might have been Cuckoo because that makes the most sense. So yeah, one of them is going to be a rival group, so probably the one we've seen
this one. Yeah,
multiple times at this point. But yeah, that's this episode. We do have some notes and trivia this week.
Ooh.
The first one, owing to the issues regarding Cafe Casa, the colored window glass on Kanon's home at 6 minutes 40 seconds is edited from the teaser, which I don't know if you were aware that they modeled Kanon's home after like an actual place.
Oh.
And kind of were a little too much modeling after the real place to where people started going to the actual place and the owners of it were not happy about it.
Oh no.
So they had to edit it to basically make it not look like that place anymore, essentially.
Oh no.
This episode also marks the debut of Kanon Shibuya's father, which yes, we talked about. Callbacks to previous Love Live series.
Okay.
Just like previous anime seasons, Kokio's Canvas notebook returns as Cuckoo's songbook, which is basically the notebook, and they've used that in every other series. Once again, the episode features a character, Ren, that goes against the idea of school idols, though in Ren's case, she believes that having school idols will bring the school into disrepute.
Disrepute, that is a fancy word.
It's very fancy for a wiki. So yeah, that is this episode. Next time, we will be discussing season 1, episode number 3, called Kuka, which I'm guessing is going to be the performance episode because traditionally the third episode of a mainline Love Live series is the big first performance episode. That's how it was in Love Live, how it was in Sunshine. Guessing that's how it's going to be this time. But we will have to wait 3 weeks in order to see that.
Yep.
Because this series is being delayed until, like I said, the next episode will air on the 8th of August due to the 2020 Olympic Games, which I'm guessing are still going to be happening by the time this airs. So presumably those episodes will be still delayed, but you never know because there's still people right now getting COVID over in Tokyo preparing for the Olympic Games. So who knows if they'll actually happen again.
Ooh.
So we will rejoin Love Live Superstar in 3 weeks. In the meantime, we will make a hasty U-turn and return back to Inuyasha for 2 weeks. Yep. Because obviously it's a good thing we have a series ongoing to cover for this delay.
That is totally not our fault, by the way.
Exactly. So yeah, that's going to happen. And then I think as well, the episode that airs on the 29th, 22nd or 29th is also going to be delayed due to the Paralympics. So there's a 1 week delay on that one, I believe. But I don't know if that one is actually set in stone yet. I think it's just they've said, hey, this is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got a couple of delays coming up here. But yes,
Woo.
we will return to Love Live Superstar for episode 3, Kuka, in 3 weeks. But next week, we will talk about whatever episode of Inuyasha we're on, because I don't remember at this point in time.
Yeah, I don't remember specifically, but we'll get to it.
I mean, I could look it up.
You could look it up, but eh.
Oh, yes, the final episode of Season 1.
Oh, fancy.
Season 1, episode 27, called The Lake of the Evil Water God. That's what we'll talk about in Inuyasha next week. So,
Yep.
yeah, there you go. But for now, if you would
Wait,
like...
wait, hold on. One thing. We got our screen bomb.
Yes.
And I mentioned it to you, and then I was like, oh man, I'm sleepy, and we're gonna finish the episode, and I'm gonna go to bed. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, we have to talk about that, because I was curious if we were gonna get that, because Love Live had it and Sunshine had it. And I was like, is this gonna have it? And we did get it. We did get it. And actually a character that I didn't expect to do it is the one who did it. So that's interesting.
Yes.
Because honestly, I was thinking if any character was gonna do it, it's probably gonna be Sumire. That was my guess.
Yeah.
But is Chisato, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
She does our coming from the side full face screen bomb. Not the exact same style, but obviously that's what they're going for. Anyway, next week.
So yeah, if you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool is where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books, One Shining Moment, a critical analysis of Love Live Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us in 3 weeks for more Love Live Superstar, but if you would like to join us next week, we'll be talking about more Inuyasha.
Inuyasha.
So tune in for those.
Flop.